for me, really, the question is more, what is the message? Because I think, when we start to get fixated on these terms between contemporary and modern, because these again are constructed terms, that function within a particular sort of, art historical context. But I think, for me, when you're dealing with audiences, is really to think about what kind of message do you want to leave your audiences with? Whether, for me in this exhibition, I want the audiences to see how artists from Africa move between, what might be considered something that is traditional to what is contemporary, that there's a fluidity in terms of how these artists go back and forth. Whether you like it or you don't like it, that's fine. That's irrelevant. But I think when you begin to look at all the works within the same space, you begin to realize that there's something that's going on that is not just about, artists working in isolation in the deepest heart of Africa, but that they are at the same time, even if they're doing that, there's a certain sense that they are also, connected to something that is, more relevant for me, whether it's using a power tool to make the object. Because when you look at some of the things, you might think it's a power tool, but maybe you realize that no, it's actually somebody with a chisel and a hammer, chiseling away and sanding away. So there are all these different kinds of relationships that I play. And I think when you're dealing, when you're dealing with a very sophisticated audience, then obviously for me, I curate exhibitions based on where, where I'm going to be showing the work, and to think about what kind of show makes most sense for that context, And so this is why I say in this scenario, I was thinking more about how do I present an overview of works that can transcend both, the tradition and as well as, relate to the more contemporary times, and still, create a network that also speaks to this ambiguousness about where you draw the line between one and the other. And therefore, I feel that it then becomes an educational opportunity, for people to learn about, what is happening today to the carvers of Zimbabwe, because Zimbabwe has such a very strong soapstone carving tradition. What is happening to the work? Is the work, if you want to move beyond just understanding the dynamic, but if you want to move beyond and you want to be more engaged, then, then I think the exhibition has done its work, because then you have somehow found a way to tap into something that is of interest to you, to take you to the next level. And that's where I'm at, trying to find where people are at, and then to present something that can hopefully evoke them to take the next step.